Herbert James Haslam was born in Melbourne, Victoria in May 1890. His father, Thomas Herbert Haslam, was a Methodist and raised him and his 4 siblings in their North Carlton home. Haslam worked as a bank teller before he enlisted in the Australian Imperial Force.
Haslam enlisted into the AIF on the 15th of July 1915 to be accepted shortly after on the 2nd of August. He had never served in the military before and embarked at the age of 25. Herbert began his first training in Broadmeadows, Victoria. On the 10th of November 1915, Herbert left his beloved country behind, moving closer to the Battle of Fromelles.
He embarked on the HMAT A-11 Ascanius as a member of the 29th Battalion. After a long journey, the ship arrived in the Suez Canal, Egypt on the 7th of December 1915. On the 18th of January 1916, 42 days after beginning training, Haslam was appointed garrison duty. On the 16th of June 1916, the British Expeditionary Force, Haslam and the rest of the 29th Battalion embarked on the ship sailing for France, marking the end of his role in garrison duty.
The group of men arrived in Marseille, France, 7 days later on the 23rd of June. Herbert and the rest of the battalion joined with the other Australian and British soldiers already situated opposite the German trenches. Using heavy artillery and machine guns, the Allied forces attacked the Germans on the 19th of July.
Unfortunately, the Germans had a brutal counterattack, losing a courageous and heroic soldier, Herbert James Haslam, to the soil and fields of Fromelles, and quoted from an eyewitness account. "I saw him blown to pieces by a bomb in a German trench at Fromelles on the morning of the 20th. We had got into a dummy trench and he was killed as we were coming back from it to the first line. I was close to him." Despite this eyewitness account, this quote may not necessarily be accurate. During the war, many Australian soldiers would recount their friend's death, often saying the body was blown so their families back home could receive compensation. This was the best thing that a friend could do when a soldier died, as without a body, the families weren't taken care of and the payments stopped.
Herbert was awarded 3 medals from his time served in the war, being the 1914-15 Star, British War Medal and the Victory Medal. He is buried in the Pheasant Wood Military Cemetery, Fromelles, and his name has been honoured and placed in the commemorative area at the Australian War Memorial on panel 115. On the 18th of January 2018, he was honoured at the last post ceremony.
Herbert's mother leaves a special plaque resting on the opposing side of her headstone, keeping her son's memory alive. This plaque represents that she died never knowing that her son was lost to the fields of Fromelles.
This battle will be one never forgotten, with 5,500 Australians becoming casualties and almost 2,000 killed in action or died of wounds. This is believed to be the greatest loss by a single division within 24 hours during the entire First World War.
Herbert James Haslam was a kind and courageous man who sacrificed and dedicated his life to his country. His selflessness will never be forgotten, and Australia will be forever grateful for the incredible impact that Herbert had. We hope that this video keeps his legacy alive and brings closure to his family and future generations.